Well, I'm back. I am halfway through quarantine, so I have 6 more days to go from at this moment of recording, and I'm doing fine. My room is a little bit of a mess, but what can I do being here in such a cramped little room? But I'm generally adapting okay. I've been doing quarantine workouts and other workouts to, keep fit. And as long as the Wi-Fi is available, then I'm generally happy. But it's actually hasn't been that bad. But some exciting updates. They have ramped up testing. Good morning, everyone. So it is 7:30 a.m. I am halfway through quarantine, and I've been told that on the 7th day I need to pass a throat swab coronavirus test and also the prick your finger antibody test through blood. So basically, I have to pass a test when I get off the plane. I have to pass a test halfway through, and on the 13th day, I'll have another coronavirus test. So I've been instructed to wear a mask, even though I'm in my room. I need to wear a mask, wait for their knock. I'll come out, they'll test me, and then, I'll come back in. But it's supposed to happen soon. So you can see my sneaky videos of my neighbor across the hall. I just missed her throat swab, and I caught her just as they were taking the blood test. And that is the first moment I realized that they were actually drawing her blood instead of taking just a finger prick with a little bit of blood. Because before they just pricked my finger, but now it seems I was going to get a full-on blood draw. After they finished up, you can see them completely sanitizing their gloves, and then they were getting ready before knocking on my door.你好。
叫什么名字？
你叫什么
Jessica。
行，
坐。
我们测咽拭子。
好。
行好。舌头下来。OK。
不管按下这，按着。
对。好。
好，谢谢了。
It has been 24 hours since I've had all of these tests done, and I haven't heard from anyone, so I suppose I was negative, which is good news. No news is good news. My arm is a little bruised, so I had to actually get the blood test drawn from my arm for antibodies, and I'm getting through quarantine by doing some workouts. I'm enjoying the meals that I get, so you can check these out. This is lunch. Every day I get 3 dishes. This one looks like radish, beef onion, carrot, potato, and chicken. A soup, a rice, and then we always get a fruit. Today is Asian pear. This lunch I got shrimp, and then I have no idea what that is. It looks like eggplant and meat, mystery meat. And I like this egg drop vinegared soup. Every day I have a different food. I've got corn millet soup, seaweed, fried chicken, zucchini, egg, and mushroom, onion bread, and just some pita bread. Not bad. And I have really been making the most of my time here, making these videos. And honestly, quarantine is like a nice little vacation as long as the Wi-Fi works. So the Wi-Fi has been slow. But otherwise, it's been great here. And I am really glad that I got on that flight to China, because it seems like it's much harder to get on flights now. It's much harder to buy tickets since all of these rules came out and since China has been closing borders. So if you're thinking about coming to China, but maybe you want to wait until you don't have to quarantine, it seems like things are tightening up. But on my flight, CA 988 on November 8th, coming from Los Angeles to Tianjin, they found 9 people had tested positive for coronavirus, and of the 9, 5 people actually showed symptoms. 4 were asymptomatic and 5 showed obvious symptoms. So an article came out blaming, what is the problem, because to get on a flight to China, you have to have a negative coronavirus test, a negative antibody test. So that means if you have antibodies built up, you can't get on the flight either. And people were able to get on the flight anyway. And you had to have these test results conducted and proved within 48 hours of your flight, which is really stressful. And I have a feeling a lot of people ended up resorting to Photoshop or fake testing to be able to get on the plane. But it's also interesting to me that all of these people were able to get on the plane, 9 people, when they actually had coronavirus. So far, I'm doing okay. But since then, China has cracked down because of my flight. So the entire flight, the route from LA to Tianjin, or LA to Beijing was what it says on the ticket, has completely been canceled by Air China. And it seems like a lot of things have been amended. The article that came out about this said that 66 ports of entry have now been closed, partially as a direct result of the flight that I was on. So pretty interesting. So it might just be a good idea to go ahead and go with the quarantine period, because it's getting harder and harder to actually get here. I see coronavirus cases are going up and up in the United States. I hope everyone in the US stays safe. While all of these restrictions in China are very, oppressive, it's also keeping me safe. So I have to say I'm very much looking forward to getting out of quarantine and seeing what life in China is now like. So if you want to know what China and life in China is like, stay tuned and I will show you. See you next time.